women not seen the same as men? Why are men seen as power and women as weak? Changing the world to have women equality. I have read and seen that women do not get treated equally in many parts of the world. There has been change during the last decade for women, but women equality is not one of them. Women up to this day are still being seen less than a man. Today I'll be telling you the history of women equality and the struggle of women equality in the 21st century and women equality in other countries. I'm going to start off by giving a brief information about women history. First, I'm going to talk about the history of women equality. Women for many years have suffered for women's rights. It was not until the 19th century that women started to fight for women's rights. Throughout the years, women were seen as property and not as humans. Males would treat them bad and use violence as punishments. According to 12 Women and Equality and Social Justice, suffrage movement, and the passage of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. In the 19th century, women decided to speak up and start fighting for women's rights. Next, women in the 21st century are fighting for women equality. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, women still face violence, discrimination, and institutional barriers to equal participation in society. Men and women now get the same education and the same opportunity to work, but still get paid more than a woman. A woman should get paid the same as a man because they get the same education, so they should get paid the same amount. According to how people around the world view gender equality in their countries, men are more likely than women to say that their countries have become more equal. Women, on the other hand, are more likely to say that there has been no change in most of these countries. Men and women have different opinions on what has changed throughout time because women have gone through the struggle of gender equality while men have not. Finally, women in many countries have no rights and are still fighting for women's rights. According to Peace Corps, approximately 1/4 of girls in the developing world do not attend school. According to Peace Corps, families with limited means who cannot afford costs such as fees, uniforms, and supplies for all the children will prioritize education for the son. Many developing countries focus on male education, and women tend to stay home and learn how to cook and do household chores. According to United States Nation, gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and suitable world. According to the United Nations, there has been progress over the last decades. More girls are going to school. Fewer girls are focused into early marriage. More women are serving in parliament and positions of leadership, and laws are being reformed to advance gender equality. Even though women are now given these opportunities, there are still women that face this situation. In order to have women equality, women should not face the situation of early marriage and not being able to go to school. Men and women should be treated equally and not get picked on who gets to get educated based on their gender. In conclusion, I have told you about the women's rights and the struggles that women have had to get women equality one day. Next time you see a woman, do not discriminate her based on her gender. Treat her equally. She deserves the same respect that men has. Let's fight for women equality. Does anybody have any questions tonight? Yes, ma'am? Okay. She wants to know, have you ever experienced a situation where you have been treated unequal being based on a woman? And no, I have not been treated unequal. Thankfully, I have not been gone through that situation. Does anybody else have another question? Yes, sir? Okay, so he wants to know, do I believe that women and men are going to be equal one day? Yes, I do believe that, because women fought for women's rights, and they were given that opportunity to have women's rights. And now we're fighting for women equality, and I believe that one day women equality is going to be possible. Does anybody else have another question? Okay, this concludes my presentation. Thank you.